And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the counter, it's Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Completion left side to Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
No, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Topper! 65.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Coleman now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one good for 33 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
65, 65.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
11. Lock.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Under 10. 11. 80 weapon. Hey, what's the ball?
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Quan Alexander came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Watson, the hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 27 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know they're going to be extra guy.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw left side taken in by Miller. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Check 43. Check. Crunch.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
13.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
41 to Mike. Check 41.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Delta.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check three, check three, check three.
One, Omaha.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Watch twist. 21.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Here we go.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Check 41. Been a long day for you. Big gap.
12.
Switch.
Flag.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double. Slant.
One, Omaha.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here we go. 180. Hey, gun. 21. 21. Hit.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. But now it's 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
First down.
Here we go. 180.
That's track. Shit.
21. Here we go. Check.
You draw Corker.
On first down, here's Breida. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12.
On second down, it's Coleman. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
White.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little... And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, check Mike, 27, check.
Watson now to throw. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here we go. 180!
Tighten up.
On first down, Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that. Artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go. 180!
Too low, cut. Rush in.
Black!
Okay, double. 41's the mic.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
65.
Garoppolo now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Hey, alert! Know your job!
Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180!
To throw is Garoppolo. Now he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 84 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
I know he ain't got it. Watch twins.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys run up the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
21. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch the pass.
White. Check 24. Hey, check right. Watch it, come on, boy.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Two.
Check 99. Watch the ship.
They will run again with Coleman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the safety creep. Recon, 132 fighter. 11.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
What is that? 19. Check back 27. We own them. Kill.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. 180. Hey, gun.
Watch the slam.
21.
Go.
To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Six. Here we go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 11. He's checking correct.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, alert! Lock!
They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and forever. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't.